as you can see, it's more Kingdom Hearts. The LP that never fucking ends. Our longest LP to date.
Oh my gosh. And now it's time for just gauntlets.
And when I do Bon and Kaitos, it will blow that record to the stratosphere.
So, anyway, as always, Sean's playing, Brian's here.
Brian, how do you feel about this gauntlet?
How do I feel about the gauntlet?
Yeah, how do you feel about this gauntlet?
I feel like it's slightly an homage towards the fact of, well, you've been on this long adventure, and you went from this to this to this to this.
Okay.
So it's just kind of like a, not really a recap thing, but more of a, hey, remember when you fought these enemies?
It's also, hey, you might be able to get some materials you need for free because we're going to force you to fight a lot of guys, so...
If it wasn't for the materials, I would call this padding.
I don't think you're wrong, but it's like useful padding.
Well, normally every good final boss always has this build-up, so there's always the goons before him.
But this is literally in recycled areas.
It was 2002, Carson.
Which is why I said that it's mainly just more of a, hey, remember when you were here doing this?
And, like I said, because they're still dropping stuff, so it's a good way to maybe get some things.
Because you're gonna need them.
Oh, you better believe we're gonna need it. I'm the one editing.
You poor unfortunate soul. You see, that's a Disney reference.
I totally looked at my boss today, and I just stopped. Like, whatever we were doing, and I looked back at our office and was like, hey, can you paint with all the colors of the wind? And I was like, have you ever stepped in the same river twice? Anyone who doesn't understand, it's a Pocahontas reference.
Mm-hmm. Oh. No, I knew it was a Pocahontas reference.
And like right before I walked out,
I just assumed it was.
As I walked out of the room, I was like, hey, have you ever heard the wolf cry in the pale moonlight?
Talking about Pocahontas for a minute, not a lot of people know this. Originally, the Emperor's New Groove was going to be this, like, very epic Lion King-esque tale that was a very serious story called Temple of the Sun, but Disney executives were like, Pocahontas and Hunchback didn't do too good, make it a slapstick comedy.
No, it was Kingdom of the Sun.
That was it.
Emperor's New Groove for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Why haven't they done that yet?
Horns of Friendship.
Still on with the Horns of Friendship.
Pocahontas for Kingdom Hearts 3.
No, touching Pocahontas is a bad idea.
For Pocahontas, Carson.
Horns of Friendship.
You see, Pocahontas is the one Disney movie.
But Grandmother Willow could be an optional loss.
But you see, because
Thanks for the mental picture.
But you see, with all the uncomfortable race stuff, Disney does not want to go anywhere near Pocahontas.
This is terrible.
It could be historically accurate Pocahontas.
Pocahontas?
Well, that's not the Disney version. That's for damn sure.
Talking about Pocahontas again.
Would it be more or less racist?
Disney movies, as I've brought up before, have rip-off versions made by, like, Golden Times or, Dingo Pictures. One of their rip-offs for Pocahontas, because in the Pocahontas, Grandmother Willow was a tree. I love what they did in the rip-off. It's a talking bush. It's a little talking bush. It's great.
Hey, look, it's a new Pokemon.
Dundee. He was a crocodile named Dundee.
Yes.
That's never not gonna be funny. Does that amuse you two?
What?
In this Lion King ripoff made by, like, again, it's like Dingo Pictures, Golden Films. The character, tongue-tied. This movie often goes by many names. One was Lion and the King, but the kid who is supposed to be the rip-off Simba has a crocodile friend named Dundee.
I don't get it.
Crocodile Dundee.
Dundee.
What?
He was a guy that was like on Animal.
Right? Gets it?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
He was like a really good. He was like, "Hey, I got a croc here, and I'm gonna stick my hand inside of it." And
He was basically the crocodile hunter before the crocodile hunter.
There was an actual guy called.
Oh, I got you.
Dad, because Dad's a stingray.
Yeah, I got you. I got you now. I'm caught up,
Oh, hey, the female variants.
but not the other ones.
So this rip-off movie, the crocodile character is Dundee. That amuses me because it is obviously Crocodile Dundee. You know, the character from Animal Planet. It was just a...
Yeah, so anyway, back to the padding.
Hey!
The padding.
We've got good time to talk
Hey.
about things, so I'm going to talk...
If you want to look at it some way, look at it like this. Technically, it's the game testing all of the mechanics you've learned from the previous worlds.
And this is a hack and slash that basically devolves into hack and slashing.
And free experience and items. Because
Hack and slash.
God knows we need both.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even level 50 yet, guys.
Talking about editing, because I've started putting text in every load screen, I realize Kingdom Hearts loads every, like, 3 fucking minutes. I put text in every load screen and Kingdom Hearts never stops loading.
Hey, this is another time there's no load screen in these doors.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't actually need those load screens. They just did it because they could.
It was to split enemy groups so you can get stuff to respawn and not fight as much.
I mean, yeah, it would have been weird to have him respawn.
From anything from my development, I can honestly say that there's strong possibility that this is all entirely one room. And that all of these parts are just rooms that are out in space. And when you go through that portal, you get teleported to them.
Does Boundary Break take request? Because if he does, someone should request Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, he takes requests. Most of his videos have been requests, and I think someone did suggest Kingdom Hearts.
That would be my reasoning to why there's no load screen. Is that probably because all of these rooms are technically in the same space? They're just like out in space.
And in the Agrabah area, it's easier to spawn smaller groups for the sake of respawning and some other triggers, but this is using that boss room that was used for the Pot Spider boss. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I've seen enough game design stuff where other than these treasure chests, but it's the same room, definitely.
Critical plus.
So, since this was a mismatch and we had a minute, I just started talking about rip-off Disney movie things.
You really wanted that critical plus, didn't you?
The funny thing,
What?
the
Is that a
funny,
serious question?
the funny thing about all those like Golden Times and Dingo Pictures movies,
That could be an MP.
the rip-off of The Little Mermaid is more accurate to the actual Little Mermaid story.
Well, that's hilarious. So wait, does she die in the ripoff then?
Kind of.
Well, I believe the original story is that, like, doesn't she just, like, kill herself anyway or something?
This is still a children's movie. And I'm sitting here.
Yeah, you say that, but remember several other things they were able to put in their movies.
Oh, I know, it's great.
In a bad way.
I ruined somebody's day once because I told them how the original story of Mulan went.
Hey, you want me to ruin The Little Mermaid? In the original story, whenever she walked, it was like she was walking on glass.
Yeah.
And this children's movie is more accurate to the source material. But because it's, you know, the quality of like
Have I sold you a magic yet, Brian?
Dingo picture. As we just as
that.
Brian discussed earlier, he likes air magic, thinks gravity's okay, fire had some uses, it was mainly like ice he really didn't
I
like.
can't use ice.
There's no point, like, the differentiation between ice and fire. Both of them are single target in this game, which means if I want to do the maximum amount of single target magic damage, I either use ice or fire. It literally comes down to which one does more damage. But in reality, the only reason one would do less than the other is because whatever enemy it is isn't weak to whichever one it doesn't do less damage. But it does less damage.
Which game had fire going like an arc when you shot
Oh wait, I
it?
forgot. This isn't actually taking me to another area. What? Oh, that was That's 358 over 2 days.
Oh.
358 over 2 days wanted to make magic like I guess more versatile.
Thunder in this game is incredibly useful, or is useful for the fact that it does AoE damage. And it's technically one of the only magics that do AoE damage.
And can easily hit aerial enemies, as we discussed several parts ago.
So it's not, well, in active implementation, technically, the only magic in this game that that I have a problem with is probably fire and ice, because fire and ice technically are two of the same thing that really are only useful because the game puts mechanics in place to make one less than the other at times.
And of course, Thunder does more damage against flying types.
Gotta have that Pokemon logic.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I still have the huge problem with magic in general. Or, in reality, magic should be really strong. And it makes sense that magic would be really strong because, like the current state, Sean doesn't have any mana. Which makes sense because magic is technically not really a game breaker, but is OP because it costs resource. Whereas swinging doesn't cost any resource, just costs time.
Hey, at least magic in this game is better than Kingdom Hearts 2.
What?
Carson doesn't like the magic system in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Magic is more broken in Kingdom Hearts 2.
But it recharges at a snail going.
What are you talking about? That is like
pace.
that's one of the reasons magic is so broken. That it recharges on its own. And
Even
all you have to do is
Ultima Weapon's haste still too slow.
Yeah, but all you have to do is avoid until it's back. Where in this game, if you run out, you have to
Or
hit
use Berserk.
But even at the lowest point, it's still like 2 minutes in
Oh
Kingdom
yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2
2
also has where if you have Berserk, you are offensively better when you run out of magic.
And
so literally, using magic is
When do you
broken,
get
and then
Berserk?
running out of magic. Depends on what.
Did I have Berserk?
Depends on what item you pick. If
I'm
you pick
pretty-
the sword,
I picked the sword and the club.
Well, I think if you pick the sword, you get it at like level 80.
I'm pretty sure you got Berserk.
Yeah, no, magic's busted in that game, especially against the,
But I
optional
hate
bosses.
how slow it recharges. And I also
Hey, they made that better in basically every subsequent Kingdom Hearts game, but magic just became worse as a byproduct because it turned into where there were only like
I also
in
don't
Birth by Sleep, it turned into where there was only like 5 actually good spells.
I also don't like the way Cure works in Kingdom Hearts 2. I hate that it takes all of the magic meter.
I would say that it'd be too broken if it didn't do that.
Just have the first level heals.
But again,
Have the first level heals 25%.
but
of
in
your
that
health,
game,
but
if you use it, you can just avoid until it's back.
the only one
Or
for,
Berserk. That's an easy way to trigger Berserk.
and was Cure. I feel what they should have done. The third level of Cure should have been the one that takes the entire meter.
Oh!
And honestly, Kingdom Hearts, from what I understand, Kingdom Hearts has, or at least the new ones, have moved more towards what Kingdom Hearts 2 did, but also mixed it with how Birth by Sleep did it somehow. It is some combination.
Well, this could easily change. Apparently, Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to be more based on this game's mechanics, so that means they
This one's?
No, Kingdom Hearts 2. They got rid of slots.
No, it's more like, it's going to be like Kingdom Hearts 2.8, because it's literally running off the same engine.
No, my point is that they got rid of slots.
Well, yeah. No, okay. That's one difference. In 2.8, I think you have command slots. I haven't actually played it, but I think
I'm pretty sure you do.
But I think they have command slots. And they did some weird thing in that game where there's like a mix. Apparently, it flows like Kingdom Hearts 2. From what I understand, Point 2 flows like Kingdom Hearts 2. But, like, more gracefully. It makes Kingdom Hearts 2 look stiff.
My shield is mighty.
I loved the command slot, so seeing that go is kind
Yes, no, I will say the command slots were, like, the best version of Kingdom Hearts 2's magic. I love Kingdom Hearts 2's magic. But the command slots were, like, a brilliant thing. Because they basically took the recharging magic and applied it to all your commands, but they recharged on their own time, and you could increase, by leveling them up, how fast they would come back.
And lower ranked spells or...
And because of that, they balanced Cure to where you could put more Cure on, but then you had less offensive commands. This is also balanced by the fact there's completely worthless commands. But then you have in Kingdom Hearts 3D where you can just use Balloon and Cure.
Balloon, Destroyer of Souls.
You talk about Balloon like it's ridiculous, but your whacking things was an oversized key.
Everyone's just...
I'm glad this isn't 3 5 over days. Otherwise, I'd already be warped back into the other room.
You see, and that's why that game is terrible. What skill is that?
Ragnarok. How did you forget that? You, particular. How did you forget that?
Hello!
Maybe you just answered
Was
your
the
own
whole
question.
necessary?
It was hello.
It was.
It was hello, Brian. One of your names.
One of my names.
But you weren't there for that madness.
Don't worry, he will be.
But let...
Yeah, but I won't.
Damn. Damn.
Oh, the
dude.
salt. Maybe Carson's in this ocean.
Carson needs to join us on Discord.
No.
Actually, you all need to join us on Discord. It's basically just me and John. Brian sometimes.
If I joined Discord, I would go mad with power.
I pop up in there sometimes.
There's like... There was that one guy who showed up the other day because I invited him.
We actually have a few people on there I didn't notice, but they also didn't like talk to me, or I haven't like one of them's on there. It's like Mega something, and they haven't talked to anybody on there yet, but they're on there.
And there's a guy I invited the other night.
Yeah, but I've actually talked to him.
Because I told him to talk to you because I said you like chatting with people and he wanted to meet you and stuff, and he generally likes me now that I'm a lower ranking moderator in that one chat.
Apparently, you actually have a job now that you're a moderator there where that's exploding. I love how it's like, oh, you beat the thing.
Lower ranked moderator, my role is kind of meaningless. I don't have...
Hey, even the janitor is
Oh,
important.
you want to know something stupid about the roles in that community? More of this awkward oversight. So, this is not knocking that community. Like, I'm not knocking them for this, and Even the one guy found this kind of amusing. So, something you can do on Discord, if you have the right permission to do so, and this is what makes this really funny, anyone with a very high administrative status can change the nicknames of other users. Except in the community I'm now a moderator for, the highest ranking administrator did not have the ability to change nicknames. That was in a lower rank. It was not given to the higher one.
Oh, wow.
So...
Also, to talk about the game for a minute, in the last part you would have noticed it in text, but the well, one of the last parts.
Oh!
The Keyblade that...
We can go more into that, but I did put it in text. So, Sean didn't even bother getting this, so...
Oh, dang, I forgot to get that.
The Keyblade that doesn't work against Riku is Lady Lock. That's the one that... What was the command that doesn't work for that Keyblade?
Lady Lock is so terrible, counterattacks don't work. Chernabog! Did you know that he was added in the American release?
Also, this music is public domain.
This boss is not the, raw Japanese version.
Really?
Nope. Chernabog is... This was an Oh, now I can finally bring something up. I have been saving this point. So, as you may or may not remember, I brought up I watched the guy play this game blind, and he was hating the game, and then he was loving the game. This is the boss that made him hate the game again.
If you can, try to find the footage and edit it in for a brief second, but add a like grainy sepia tone filter over it like it's old film.
Why?
Because that's funny to me.
This entire part will be sepia
The
tone.
power of Aaron Cure.
So yeah,
This boss is, a boss.
This boss gave
If you don't have arrow, have mercy on your soul.
the guy who
No,
did
if you don't
the
have arrow, go get arrow.
Go get arrow. Come back.
Go get Arrow.
Don't fight this boss without arrow.
The guy who did the blind run did not use arrow.
Go get Arrow.
This boss is...
He died so many times.
Unless you want to just grind, don't fight this boss without arrow.
Oh no, remember, this boss single-handedly made the guy hate this game again.
This boss can literally one-shot me when I was playing it, this version the first time. Like, seriously, I was doing fine in this game, and I made it to Maleficent, she killed me with Meteor. I was doing fine again, and I made it to this boss, and it took me like hours. No, wait. I was playing beginner mode with all the stats, and this thing like obliterated me.
So, if this fight isn't in the Japanese version, does that mean that one's used for speedrunning? Because...
What?
If this fight isn't in the original Japanese version of the game, is the Japanese version used for speedrunning? Because they wouldn't have to fight this.
Depends on the runs. But yeah,
it's a hack slash boss that basically can like consume itself in an impenetrable barrier of damage, or have homing damage, or basically do anything that would stop you from ever hitting it.
and that is why that one guy hated it.
You learned Super Glide. Oh.
How did you forget about Lady Luck?
I figured I'll get it. I don't like
Lady
I don't use the
Luck
keyboard.
is smiling.
I'm glad you didn't, because if you were using it, you wouldn't have been able to.
I don't use it.
I know you don't. Oh no, I brought that up in text.
Shout out to all the TF players out there.
Oh, I didn't even touch that.
All the text I've edited. This game loads so much. It's a good time for me to just talk about random things in text blurbs.
That was a nod at the TF players. All the TF players got that reference.
Then Sean thought that one picture was an editing error.
I did. It popped up very randomly.
You had me worried! No, something edited that seamlessly in that many frames. That is not an error. I'm a
The most satisfying way to go through this portal.
Zip. So,
And now time for another gauntlet.
Because we totally needed one.
surprise,
Another
motherfucker!
behemoth! Oh!
Oh yeah, this gauntlet goes on an eternity and a half.
Wait, if it's the behemoth, does that mean Stamper's here? The behemoth is the people that made Battle Block Theater and Castle Crashers.
The behemoth is going to release some steam. Oh, that was way better. If you've never watched the Battle Blocks Theater Steam ad, go watch that.
Or just the cutscenes of the game, go watch them. They're incredible.
I doubt Sean and Brian's ever watched Battle Block Theater. Sit down
Simba,
and
guys.
gentlemen and ladies, sit down and shut your faces.
I can't remember, is it shut your faces or shut your face holes?
I think it was shut your faces.
Yeah.
Battle Block Theater's cutscenes are amazing.
Yes.
Oh my god, Donald, you're using actual good magic on it.
If I were you, I would say to heck with Hattie and my friends. That'll be okay. Then I'd pack my bag lunch, make like horse turds, and hit the trail. But I'm not you, and you're not horse turds.
No, show these cats my favorite
Oh, no, that was
finger.
it. I forgot about that part.
That's the best part.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Show these
Cat's my favorite finger. Make like horse turds, and that was it. If I were you, I'd say to heck with Hattie and my friends. That'll be all. Right? I'd pack a bag lunch, show these cats my favorite finger, make like horse turds, and hit the trail. But I'm not you, and you're not horse turds.
Now are you ready for an unnecessarily long gauntlet?
That was a taste of lies.
What?
That big piece breaking off.
Yes, it breaks off small pieces and unless a behemoth pops up. I'm not sure if this is like is this Brian? Is this gauntlet in order?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes.
I think I just kind of take it as it comes. So I just assumed it was either random
No, it's in order.
or specific.
Nope, it's in order. I've watched enough playthroughs. It's in order.
Bum, 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 bum.
Anywho. Battle Block.
See, that is another thing in this game that I feel like is missing. In some ways, they got rid of it in Kingdom Hearts 2 because of that reason.
What?
For the sole purpose that Ragnarok is better than both fire and ice.
But it's in Kingdom Hearts 2.
But Ragnarok is better than both
It's in
fire.
Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, man. Limit Form.
Also,
Final Mix.
Have you never seen Limit Form?
Final Mix. I've seen Limit Form. I've never played with
Oh!
Limit Form because I never had Final Mix.
also, Kingdom Hearts 2 changed how fire and ice function anyway.
Let me tell you, man.
At first-
There's some optional bosses that magic just obliterate.
Or
I'm just saying that
Or that oddly specific setup for
Ragnarok.
Lingering Well.
costs no mana and does more damage.
What are you talking about? Ragnarok costs mana?
Well, the that one Lingering Will setup is just using the.
That's just broke. Apparently, you can do that to a lot of bosses in that game.
You did it.
Single target.
You can't.
Here's the Arrow
Fire.
Tinkerbell build.
Fire.
Shang-Chi's Lingering Will, guys.
Fire would probably get rid of maybe 1/10 of these things' health. For one shot. Ragnarok would probably get rid of at least 50%. Maybe.
Yeah, but Ragnarok takes up like 3 MP.
Anywho. So, if people...
Yeah, but how much are you spending on fire?
Huh?
How much are you spending on fire?
So the...
One.
I think either one or like half. I think it's one though.
So
that's
to...
3/10 for 3.
Getting tongue-tied. What I was gonna say, for anyone who is wondering, as shown off, as you defeat the enemy waves, little pieces break off of the Heartless emblem over there. So, the gauntlet will end whenever the, all the pieces break, and this is a very set order. It might seem random, but it's not. There's also a special use for this room, but I'll cover that in a minute. As you can see, as I've pointed out several times by now, and Sean's brought it up, air magic is...
The Arrow Tinkerbell build.
Oh, I recently edited, Sean beating the fuck out of Maleficent Dragon. Did that part go up? I think it did.
I don't know. You're the one keeping track of that.
The last part that went up was me beating the crap out of Riku.
Oh, okay then.
This gauntlet went a lot shorter than I remember it going.
No, it's not shorter than you remember.
Oh wait, it's just the last piece takes forever to break.
And also, Sean's playing the game.
I'm playing the game the right way, Carson. Jeez.
A lot of people...
That a part of your health bar that's missing would like to disagree.
Well, I'm sorry you never got hit, Carson.
The proud no damage run is ruined, guys. Wouldn't that suck if you were doing...
Well, I mean, his health bar isn't halfway across the screen like...
Wouldn't that suck if you were doing,
it will be.
like, critical mode, no damage, and you get hit, like, in this?
I'm sure that's happened many times.
Speedrun ruiner. There was that guy that fell asleep in that Majora's Mask stream, which was great. We had a change of plans for LP things. Sean wanted to go ahead and do more recordings of Kingdom Hearts, so that'll clear the board, and...
Boy, that one piece.
We're gonna record Ocarina of Time probably after Kingdom Hearts is done, so that way Kingdom Hearts can, like, finish up. Ocarina of Time can then kind of be its own thing instead of awkwardly trying to record it. No, you're all ready for Ocarina of Time. Who's ready for Ocarina of Time, fishing?
No.
No.
It's better than Big's fishing.
Well, I mean... Never mind.
If Orange Jesus shines his light upon me, we'll be done in like 5 minutes. When I was doing a practice run, I had perfect luck.
Why couldn't we just, like, step over the piece? That didn't seem to be that big.
Also, without the heart emblem, that is a kind
there.
of phallic-looking portal.
Good thing I have the key later, I can open that treasure chest.
Okay, guys. Point of no return. Okay, guys. So my question of the day is, what did you guys think of the Gauntlet in the End of the World? Personally, I think the Gauntlet is kind of terrible padding. The only good thing about the Gauntlet, it's at least one good opportunity to maybe get some extra synthesis materials. Also, as a bonus question, what do you guys think of the Chernobog fight? A lot of people, when they play this game, get stuck on Chernobog, but if you do what Sean did with the air magic, it's generally not a complicated boss or even that difficult. But if you're not doing that, sometimes the boss can easily rip through your HP rather quickly, and that's generally pretty bad. But anyway, I would really love to know what you guys think. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments below, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a show for a minute. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and leave some comments. If you're new to my channel and want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscription button and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please ring the bell next to the subscription button. That gives you the proper notifications of whenever I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. Doing all of these things really helps out the channel, and it really helps our communities grow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.